Be I know I'm finna lose this game. I'm out here losing to young boys. You know, I can't do this. This gonna be a blowout, cuz. I gotta feel myself, cuz. I gotta feel myself, gang. Don't look at me, boy. Go to sleep.
Some would call it
I
swag,
love you,
some
though.
would call it cockiness, some would call it being a
Hold
diva.
on. This started the
You're
song
good.
here.
It's not bragging. An elite wide receiver
I
and the
want
confidence
Cayenne.
they
Look at this
exude
team.
often permeates an
I built
entire
this
team.
program,
We're
bro.
going to see a couple of examples of that
I made
in this
history
one.
off of them.
Welcome everyone to the home of
This
the
game gonna
Fighting
be the
Irish.
game.
South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre
I'm gonna
Dame
show
Stadium.
my true talent.
As we'll see the
Ain't
runner-up
that
from
right?
last year's national championship,
We
the
here.
Oregon
Mask
Ducks,
and glove.
taking on a
Mask and
fellow Big Ten
glove.
foe, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends.
Hold on. You beat that
Yes,
song.
we do use that term loosely.
Hold on.
David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field.
No, boy. No. I'm gonna play my game, man. I'm gonna play my no. I'm gonna play my
Kick it away
game.
first.
Ooh.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
Mask and glove. Mask and glove. Mask and glove.
The give to the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run.
Uh-oh.
When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough.
Put them up.
He's loose.
Okay,
Running
bro.
inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Bro, I won this man for real, bro. That's the best D-line I ever had, bro.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. direct snap. It's Wolf. Next going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
To the air on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion. Third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Oregon! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They have been bludgeoned right out of the gate in this one now to try to find their footing and get back in this game. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Release to the back. Complete in the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
And his throw is incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And, man, that's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way. He's already had a couple of interceptions. This ball was kind of a 50-50 ball. Nice to see the receiver make a play and get some yards after the catch. Make a big play for this offense.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right now.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. He goes down at the 37 after a 5-yard pickup. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that time the defense in 3rd and long, 6 DBs on the field. There's not going to be anywhere to throw the football with that zone coverage. They do a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, David. They break on the ball for the pick.
Yeah, great job forcing the 3rd and long, predictable situation. Like you said, now you got them right where you want them. You practice those situations, all those extra DBs, and they make the big play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it down the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Defense looks like they're coming. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Tight end now in motion. Touch pass on the right. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime.
I like offenses.
Y'all know damn well I needed
I'm
the
not
damn
sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Keeps looking downfield. Working on the right. And the defense stops him just short of the first down.
Only child.
A few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll use the timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. The Ducks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down.
Where's my pit bull? You can have that.
And he motors into the end zone.
Where's my pit bull?
Surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. Going right to work up top. He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And
it's picked off, and another empty drive. Trying to take it back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Ducks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. That's reeled in. It's Rhodes. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Here we go. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. quickly complete. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They get to him as he throws.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. The quick out. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Ducks are on the move.
22 water.
They want that clock to run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. A designed run for the quarterback. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
So now it's 2nd and long. And they'll take a knee.